Happy Tuesday at 2. It is Plan B Sales, Concord, North Carolina. We are so glad you joined us. Steve Post from Motor Racing Network. We are having a downpour, rainy day and cold here in the Charlotte area. I don't mind the cold. I don't mind that at all. Boy, you get away from that 95-degree temperatures. But it is cold and rainy here today in Charlotte. But the deals, they're hot at Plan B Sales. Oh, we're glad you joined us. Let's see, we got Victor, we got John, we got Alex, we got Scott, all checking in, all ready to go. That is for sure. And it's going to be a fun day. All right, boys, since we last chatted, let's see, we went up to Martinsville. Martin Truex Jr. scored the win up there, race-winning diecast. We have that. We went to Homestead. Xfinity Series ran twice. Okay, our guy Noah Gragson had the car to beat twice and got back with 0 wins. Truck Series, we had a Kyle Busch win in the Truck Series, and then Denny Hamlin picked up the win in the Cup Series on Sunday. Denny Hamlin race-winning diecast as well. Y'all know if you're a Denny Hamlin fan, you better order this thing. I mean, I'm not just order it. Denny's one of those drivers that wins a lot of races and doesn't always get diecast made. And this is based on dollars and cents and numbers ordered. So if you're a Denny Hamlin fan, you must get it pre-ordered. That's all. I mean, because that's the only way to get to that minimum quantity so that this car can get produced. What happens a lot of times is these cars, once they get produced, they sell pretty good, but they don't get to that minimum quantity. That's why we preach pre-order. Pre-order. Get them pre-ordered. If you find one you need, we don't invoice your credit card or debit card until they're shipped, which is going to be months down the road on a race-winning diecast. But we got to get those pre-orders in to get those cars produced. If we don't get a minimum quantity, they won't produce it, and then nobody's going to get it. And so that's how this works, and we love it. And it is nice to get a big old pre-order in on these cars. And Denny's one of the honestly, there's a number of them. Joey Logano. I'm not just picking on Denny. There's a number of Joey Logano's cars don't sell all that well. There's times when he has race-winning cars. Martin Truex Jr. when he gets clobber in races, we stretch to get to that. You know, I mean, so consequently, get those cars pre-ordered. If you're a fan of Denny Hamlin, or you know somebody who's a fan of Denny Hamlin, want to get some diecast, shoot him a note and say, hey, pre-order this. Try to get this thing made. Try to get this thing produced. So that's where we're at with it. Some great racing at Homestead. What a long day. I'm going to be honest with you. We, with Motor Racing Network, we're on the hour on the air for 11 and a half straight hours, okay? We had the Xfinity Series race. That ran long right into the Cup race. Now, granted, I had some downtime when we were sitting waiting for lightning strikes. Our booth guys, Alex Hayden and Jeff Striegel, they were on the air for 11 and a half hours. There was one window when we had a little pre-race show in Concord of about 40 minutes. So, long day, but we got it done. And another race, and Denny Hamlin picked up the win. Let's go to the guest. Victor is excited about fans. We'll be back at the All-Star race. Yes, indeed. The All-Star race. It's Bristol, baby. They just announced it last night. And fans, 30,000 fans. I have talked about this. Alex loves the posters in the background. Well, Alex, just go on planbsales.com. You can Google up Carl Edwards. You can look up Dale Earnhardt Jr., Spirit of the Night. You can look up Harry Gant, and you can have those, because we have those for sale. That's what we're talking about today. Sam Bass artwork that we have available, and some great stuff. And I'm telling you, we've got racks and racks and racks. And when I'm talking about racks, I mean 50 and 60 of them piled in a pile is one little portion of the rack. And so if you have a favorite old driver, now is the time to get it. You can get it, or you can go to our eBay site as well. And we're going to put the link there in the comments. But the eBay site also has a lot of those posters. So really fun stuff. I want to go back to, I'm going to go back to Victor, since we started with that. Bristol All-Star Race. I have commented on here my satisfaction with the aggressiveness of NASCAR getting us back racing. When you are 6 weeks ahead of golf, which started this Sunday, and golf struggled to figure out all of the social distancing protocols that they needed, and we're 6 weeks ahead of them. So the folks at NASCAR have been very aggressive at getting us back. Okay, fast forward to Victor's question with Bristol. It's Bristol, baby. 30,000 fans in Bristol. The place seats $160,000, so everyone's going to $160,000, 160,000 people. We're going to have plenty of room to social distance. I am telling you that every sports league on the planet wants to do what NASCAR is doing. When I say they're the leader in sports right now on getting us back up and running, and the protocols and the details are, they are minute details. They are leading this. So 30,000 fans going to be at Bristol, and the rest of the sports world's going to be looking and watching and seeing how we can do. So maybe we can get football stadiums half full or third full as we go into the fall. So yeah, really cool stuff. John, how impressed are you with Tyler Reddick so far, and do you think he makes the chase? John, you are, that is my wheelhouse, baby. Years and years ago, Tyler was driving for Brad Keselowski in the truck. So this is at least 4, maybe 5 years ago. I'm minding my own business, bebopping down the hallway of the elevator in Kansas, mash the button to go down to the lobby. Doors open, here's Tyler Reddick. We chatted for the 30 seconds, 45 seconds down in the elevator. We got on in the lobby and we sat there and we visited for 15, 20 minutes. And I'm like, man, I like that kid. And so when you have a conversation like that, you start to pay attention a little bit more. And darned if he didn't go out and run well in Brad's truck. And then he gets over to Junior Motorsports, wins the Xfinity Series Championship. They boot him out. He goes to Richard Childress Racing, says, it's all right. I'm going to win the championship there, and he did. And now look at him go at Richard Childress Racing with that 4th place run. I'm impressed. Shocked is not a good word, pleasantly surprised that he's able to do what I thought he was able to do. He is, and Homestead is his wheelhouse. Okay, let's not forget that. That 4th place run, that was on his best track. But there's been other times. Darlington, he looked awful good. He's got up there and mixed it up with everybody. I am telling you, he is the real deal. Does he make the chase? Yeah, I think he does. I think he sneaks into the, well, okay, now I think he might sneak into the chase. But I'm telling you, I'm not counting out a win from that cat. I mean, he's that good. And let's be honest. He's making those Richard Childress cars look better across the board, week in and week out. Austin Dillon's had some great runs, and it's been a little inconsistent. I think Tyler and Austin are kind of gonna get that program righted around, and that program gets right around. The Camaros are better. We've already established that this year. Hendrick Motorsports are better. He may not just sneak, and he may get a win as we get into the second half of the regular season. Speaking of that, second half of the regular season today or this week, Talladega. It's the halfway point of the regular season. Does that seem possible? We are halfway down in the regular season. So afternoon, Nathan's checking in with Canada. Larson winning 5 races in 6 starts. How things you can turn around, and hoping for the best. We are too. Kyle's one of our guys. A bunch of those wins were in Missouri and in the Midwest, and had a big Plan B sales decal right in the middle of the wing. So absolutely, it is really cool. All right, let's go to yeah. There's the eBay store for the posters. There you go. Dan wants to know, what signatures do you have on this banner? Now, we've got it covered with posters. Dan, that's a great question. We have so many new people here. We're used to all of our friends from Facebook Live, but all of you joining us from all of the other platforms. These are all of the people who have been here and signed, okay? Christopher Bell has been here and signed. Somebody signed in 2015, Ron Capps, the drag racer, Ron Capps. Okay, I can't read that one. Regan Smith, Trevor Bain, okay? And these are all people that have been here at Plan B Sales and signed. Again, I'm not reading half of them. There's Steve Kinzer there, okay? Ryan Newman is there, okay? We had them listed one time. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. was there. And there's a bunch all under here. So maybe the next time we'll kind of go through that. That's a great idea. And maybe I'll do a little tutorial one-on-one on remembering who they are. But yeah, when a driver comes, we do a lot of really cool things, especially during race weeks when the drag racers come to town, or race weeks when NASCAR comes to town. And we do that, and we bring them over here. And the only thing we ask is you sign the die cast. We'll sell the die cast, but we ask you to sand the poster. And underneath these Sam Bass posters, there's a whole bunch of them. I love that. We'll work on that here. Maybe next week, maybe the week after that, we'll work on getting a little bit better view of it. But right now, we're talking the Sam Bass artwork. And let's talk about that. Okay, today, 5 o'clock today, on NASCAR America on NBC, the 2021 class of the NASCAR Hall of Fame will be announced. Neil Bonnet, Jeff Burton, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Carl Edwards, Harry Gant, Harry Hyde, Larry Phillips, Ricky Rudd, Kirk Shelmerdine, Mike Stefanik, Jake Elder, Red Farmer, Banjo Matthews, Herschel McGriff, and Ralph Moody. You'll notice Carl Edwards, one of the drivers. We have Carl Edwards. We probably have some diecast cars, but we have Carl Edwards posters, Sam Bass artwork, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Spirit of the Night. We've got a lot of Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Dale Earnhardt Sr., but we're talking Jr. for the Hall of Fame here. We've got a lot of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Oh, handsome Harry Gant. He is a handsome devil, isn't he? Look at that smiling face. Probably just got done off the roof of a house, putting a roof on the house, came down, showered up, went to the racetrack and whooped their butts in a 500-mile race at Rockingham, and went back Monday morning and finished putting the roof on the house. Handsome Harry Gant. Look at this. Neil Bonnet. Neil Bonnet. Nice, beauty, beautiful stuff. The Citgo car of Jeff Burton. So 3 of these drivers will be inducted into the NASCAR Hall of Fame tonight. And so we have those. So you can go to planbsales.com and just type in the name, and you'll be shocked at what you'll find. Or you can go, and we've got the link in the search or in the comment box on our eBay account. So really, really cool. We've got that, and we've got that there. All right, let's see what else we got going on. Ray wants to know, should they choose a different track every year for the All-Star race? I'm the worst person in the world to ask that, Ray. I'm just going to be totally honest with you. No. But here's the reason I say no. Because with the All-Star race in Charlotte, I get to sleep in my own dang bed. Now, I really am torn on this. I think this move to me is a signal that it's going to move around some, or maybe be at Bristol for a few years. But selfishly, for Steve Post, who lives 7 miles from that racetrack, keep it in Charlotte. But so I'm a bad person to ask, because I've got a very, very selfish interest in having it at home, and I sleep on weekends so few times at home. It is so nice waking up on a Sunday morning in my own bed. But no, I am probably in the camp of moving it around. When I look at it, take my selfish self out of it, I am probably in the camp of moving it around, and that one shocked me. I didn't expect that to come that way, but fans being allowed in Tennessee and not in North Carolina is what got us there. So put us down. There we go. Victor likes the polo shirt. Yes, and look at this. Got a nice, look at that. Are you kidding me? I walk down the street, and all the ladies are, woohoo, they're all whooping it up with this hair and this polo. Are you kidding me? Look, it's got my name right there, like the cool kids have. Thank you, Victor. It's good. I'm living right when you walk down the street with one of these. Let's see. Victor wants to know, we're still doing the Postman Bob giveaway. Yes, we are. So if you're going to a race, take a picture with one of our drivers or one of our personalities, and we're in a drawing. That kind of went down the tubes when fans went away, but yes, we're doing hashtag Postman Bomb, and you do that. And we got off to a good start. We had 3 or 4 from the Chili Bowl, and then we had a couple at Daytona, and then COVID-19 hit. So I'm glad you brought that back up. So there you go. Alex says his picks are Dale Jr., Neil Bonnet, and Red Farmer. Boy, that's a good trio. That is for sure. New sprint car mold or dirt mold. I thought Nathan. I have been asking about a new sprint car mold since Christ was a child. Well, no, not that long. Okay, since I was a child. Okay. Yeah, we got one. No, we don't. Yeah, we're going to do it. No, we're not. There was a Lionel guy in the pits at Volusia. I'm telling you probably a little secret that I shouldn't tell. There was a Lionel guy in the pits at Volusia, which is a World of Outlaw race, signing drivers up. So I'm like, are you doing it? Maybe. Dude, this is killing me, Nathan. It's killing me. But when we do it, you will know, and Plan B Sales is one of our partners on Wing Nation, our sprint car show over on MRN. So when this baby happens, you know we're going to roll sprint cars in here too. And so that's the best answer I've got for you. A big old hairy, I have no idea. But when they do, I'm going to shout it from the mountaintop because I want my sprint car diecast. That is for sure. So I appreciate it though. It is good stuff, that's for sure. Pete says Ohio needs a NASCAR track. You got Mid-Ohio up there, Pete, which is a great road course. You got Eldora up there, which is a great dirt track. My God, you got 2 of them up there, Pete. You just need a governor that opens the damn state up again. Oh, did I say that out loud? Oh, boy. No, and we'll see what happens with the Mid-Ohio and Eldora as we start to look into August. Maybe we'll see some races up there. Yeah, absolutely. So I might get in trouble here today. I'm in one of those piss and vinegar moods. Wow. So yeah, late model. Well, okay, Pete. Late models would be good too. Yeah, there we go. Here's the reality of this. Okay, and to a degree, I'm busting a little bit with the sprint car stuff, but designing a mold is expensive. And you design a mold and you start producing cars and the sanctioning body changes the rules like we have with manufacturers' bodies and stuff in NASCAR. Sprint cars have stayed relatively same, but you never know. There is some changes with them with the down tubes on the front and various looks. And so the problem is that when you something like Pete with late model stocks, are you going to sell enough of them to make the cost of designing the mold pay for itself? And that one there might be a stretch. It's a challenge. The cost to design a mold is expensive, and then you got to do it with some kind of assurance that we're going to hang on to this in more than 6 months. And so I think we're stretching it when we look at late model stocks. Could be wrong. And there's some custom people that occasionally will do some stuff. And I don't even know where to tell you to look for that, but you might Google around and see. There are some people doing some stuff. And I've got some model builders that are building some spectacular late model stock models, but they're just doing it for their private collection. So, yeah, I don't know. I know I didn't answer. I probably answered your question because I think the answer is probably no. It might not be the answer you wanted, but I think that's probably a more realistic answer because of the volume they have to do. I mean, here's the reality, and I talked about this at the beginning. There are a lot of times we can't sell enough race-winning Denny Hamlin diecast to get those produced, okay? The idea that we're going to sell enough diecast of Peyton Sellers or enough diecast of Philip Morris or any of those guys that run in the late model stock ranks, and they are great racers. I love watching those guys race. Josh Berry, you would think that Josh Berry, driving for Dale Earnhardt Jr., but there still is probably not a market there for it, Pete. So just kind of the way it goes. So how about that? All right, so here we go. It's time for Talladega. We're headed off to the monstrous 2.66 mile track in Alabama. ARCA and Xfinity on Saturday, Cup Series on Sunday. Motor Racing Network is going to be there. We'd love to have you tune into our radio coverage. And I'll be patrolling pit road on it like Blue Bonnet, baby, all over it. If it's happening on pit road, Winston Kelly, the executive director of the Hall of Fame, and yours truly will tell you all about it on Motor Racing Network. Again, Hall of Fame night tonight. Who's it going to be? Carl Edwards, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Harry Gant, Jeff Burton, Neil Bonnet, or one of the other greats. At 5 o'clock tonight on NBC, they're going to announce it, but right now, you can get any of these posters and have them shipped right directly to you. So there you have it. Diecast, apparel, posters. We've got it all, and you can get it all at www.planbsales.com.